Alright, so I just finished a small harvest of popple or quaking aspen here on the farm, and this is the pile of logs. I just got it finished up. I'm going to say there's between 15 and 20 cord of logs here. And in the background, way off in the distance, I got my little 32 horse tractor with logging winch on the back, that Tajfun forestry winch, which I love. Here's the logs from the side, and these are 17 and 25 footers. So cut off the base of the tree, and then I use a logger's tape to measure, and it's supposed to be 4-inch diameter at the top on the small end or greater. Some of them are maybe a little bit smaller than that, but the mill still is going to take them. Probably 15 to 20 cord here. Truck's coming to pick up the first load, and we'll see how much we have left after the first load goes out. So those are the logs, and there's the patch of woods that they came out of. So it's probably about probably an acre and a half. I haven't actually measured it. Might be closer to an acre, a little more than an acre. It's just a thin kind of peninsula of wood in between a couple of sections of field where I've got fenced for cattle. And so I'm kind of opening up the woods a little bit here. And I want the cows to go in and graze this underneath, but I didn't want to go ahead and clear cut it and have a bunch of scrub brush growing in. I thought it'd be kind of neat if I could harvest it, get some money off the harvest, and then leave the smaller diameter trees for another harvest, say 10-15 years down the road. Those trees, now that they're nice and thinned out, they should grow much faster, and we should have another harvest maybe close to what we just harvested in the future. So not too bad. You know, this land I paid a little under $700 an acre for the whole farm, and this harvest here off these trees, if this indeed is a little more than an acre, I probably got $1,500 worth of wood off here. So probably about maybe $1,000 an acre for this harvest. Of course, because I cut it myself, I got both the landowner's portion and the harvester's portion of that money. So if I'd hired someone to cut this, it wouldn't have been quite so lucrative. But I, maybe still would have got not quite half of that. So this is just kind of looking in here. This was an old area where maybe a little wet ground somewhat, and in between the farm fields they had a rocks they just kind of push off into this wet stuff. That's how this turned into woods. And you notice I left a lot of trees that are between 4 and 6 inches diameter at breast height, and made a bunch of nice openings. You can see the tops and the slash kind of scattered around. I'm using this little tractor and this winch, so what you see is very little ground disturbance and no ruts or anything. So it's pretty easy on the land, and pretty fun to work with. I really like it. There's the opened up canopy there. So the big thing with this is it's a little bit hard to get the tractor in certain places. You got to kind of cut little trails to get in. On this rough ground, it's not like a big skidder where you can just go over everything. So you got to find kind of a flat area and cut all the bushes free. Here's one of my skid trails. I just kind of backed the tractor in here as far as I could go. I would back to like right here, and then kind of looking around, I'd go whatever I could reach, whatever at a reasonable distance, I would cut and winch into the tractor. So that was a lot of fun. It was a lot of work. I just kind of picked away at it here and there on weekends and evenings and days I had off work, and I got that harvest done. So see the trees over here in the background off the edge of that field. That's another group, another stand of popple that I'm going to be cutting here in the future. So there's quite a bit more to go here, but just a little recap now that we're done the harvest.